Well, you're the mail checker, and I realize I work with mail.
Well,
I could just drop it into a tub at my work.
I don't want to put it in the Riva outgoing mail because it's constantly broken. Maybe I could just drive to
Wait, that's to vote for the board of whatever.
The one person.
Who cares if it gets broken into?
Honey, I care. My vote matters. Rock the vote.
That's what the politicians want you to believe, darling. Greetings, Internet. Welcome to But I'm Still a Good Person by Vince Nicholas. I'm Vince Nicholas. I'm joined by my sparkling wifey, Carolyn Nicholas.
That's me.
Hello, honey.
Hi.
Thank you for joining me at the dining room table for our little program here.
Thank you for having me.
It's an honor and a privilege to have you as a guest / co-host. So we ate 7-Eleven. They have hot food now, and 7-Eleven is known for you go there and they got the roller things. They got the hot dogs on the rollers that are constantly spinning.
The hot dogs and the taquitos are spinning there behind the glass.
Yeah, and recently, okay, it's been a few years, but they added pizza and boneless wings. So they got a lot more selection for their hot foods, ready-to-eat items. And they also have frozen pizzas, which you can take and bake, but we're not out here trying to bake our own pizza. This isn't Papa Murphy's, yo! But we wanted some hot food, and I thought it'd be fun to try their expanded lineup of ready-to-eat hot food, fresh items. So, honey, 7-Eleven, what does it mean to you?
Oh, 7-Eleven means so much to me. No, okay. The kids and I lived a very short walk from a 7-Eleven.
Right.
Back at my old place in Rosemont.
Yes, on Kiefer Boulevard.
And the kids and I would often walk from our home to the 7-Eleven. I'd get them each a little Slurpee, and then we'd walk back home.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Slurpee, all sugar, honey.
Well, I'm a good mom, honey.
Or CPS when you need them. Yes.
So that's when 7-Eleven makes me think of the one in Rosemont on Kiefer Boulevard.
Yes.
Where I would walk with my kids, and it was a special little treat. It was close by. We'd get a walk. We'd get a treat. Mm-hmm. So I have a lot of pictures also that I can show you later of the kids with Slurpees. Darling
Luna Marie with the Slurpee that's probably the size of her head. To me, 7-Eleven means, it's open 24/7.
Is it?
I don't know if all of them are, but yeah, a lot of them are. But when I lived on Rudier, which isn't far from Kiefer Boulevard, honey.
Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that other one that's pretty nearby also. Yeah,
there's one on Bradshaw. Yeah. And when I would go clubbing with Steve Alston in Roseville. We would go to the Onyx Club. It was where the hottest party in Sacramento. Suburban Sacramento, downtown Roseville. But I would come home and 7-Eleven was open and was on my way to Routier, which is where my apartment was, and I would stop there because I wanted to snack and I wanted to eat some junk food, so I would grab a bunch of snacks and just crap.
You know what? It's so funny that you and I for years lived very near each other. Yeah. And we had I would often go to that 7-Eleven on Bradshaw. Mm-hmm. We had so many places that you would go that I would go. Yeah, the 24-hour fitness on Micron. I swear we have crossed paths at some point. We have. I feel it has to be because Rosemont, that area, Bradshaw, isn't huge. Right. We must have seen each other at some point.
It's very compact. Yeah. We probably crossed paths. And
it's fun to think about.
Well, it's a trip to think about.
Yeah, it is.
Did you notice me? Did I notice you? And now we're married. But another thing I think about 7-Eleven is the 7-Eleven on Kiefer in Rosemont, California. Mm-hmm. They have the Amazon lockers outside.
Yeah, that's fairly new. A couple of years now. Yeah.
And when I lived with you in your old place, we would walk I'd be like, oh, I have an Amazon package. So I would order to that locker because getting Amazon packages to apartments was kind of hit and miss.
You don't want to do that. Especially my place was right on the street. Yeah. So right near the sidewalk. So I feel like that's kind of an easier target for if somebody was going to grab something.
Yeah.
Because you could just be walking by and see there's a package on our porch.
Yeah.
On our doorstep.
So one thing that the specific incident I remember, it was I had an Amazon package at the locker at the 7-Eleven on Kiefer.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, let's go for a walk. And we took our whole family, darling daughter, Luna Marie, darling son, Lennox Albert, and we went for a walk. And in the midst of this walk, when we approached the 7-Eleven, there was the 7-Eleven proprietor having a disagreement with a customer.
There was a scuffle going on with the 7-Eleven manager guy.
Yes. It was a war of words, honey.
Oh, wow.
It was a big brouhaha, if you remember correctly.
I totally remember that.
And who knows what was happening? Who knows the disagreement? Men, they have different points of view, if you will. Yeah,
I'm sure that's all it was. There was 2 7-Eleven employees coming out in the parking lot, chasing off this other guy
on a bike. On a child's bike.
And many curse words were exchanged.
Right. Well, the line I remember specifically is the 7-Eleven proprietor, if you will. He said, if you come back, I'm going to F you in your A. Your ass. Yes!
I'm going to F you in your A.
Right. And we
started laughing, like looking at each other, like not trying to make it obvious, but we were just like...
Right. Well, our darling children were shocked. I was just kind of like, this is Kiefer Boulevard, and this is Rosemont 2020, yo.
I wanted to stay and watch, but the kids were there. I was like, we better make haste. Let's get away from this scene.
Yeah, we wanted to bust out our phones, start screaming out World Star, and hope for some brouhaha, some fracas, some fisticuffs. But I remember specifically a few days later, because I wanted to talk to Lennox about what happened. And this was early in my stepdad tenure. And I said, listen, things happen. Well, on a wider scale, on a bigger picture, I didn't want him to see that. I didn't want darling daughter to see that. But I'm kind of glad they saw that, because that's how it is out here on the mean streets of Sacramento, California.
I think I remember you wanted to talk to him because on the way home and after that happened, they were both very scared and we don't want to walk anymore. We don't want to walk there.
Yeah.
So I think you were like, listen, this happens.
Yeah.
You can't stay home all the time and not walk around just because little fracases happen here and there.
Yeah. And what I told Lennox was... it's crazy out there. It's crazy. It's mad.
The mean streets of Rosemont, California.
Right. Things happen, and you just gotta mind your business. You keep going. Like, I was aware of what was going on, but I didn't. Oh, what's up with this? Yo! Why are they doing you wrong, man? You're on a BMX bike. You're 40 years old. But you go about your business. You're obviously aware of what's going on. You're observant, but you keep on keeping on. Don't get involved, because who knows what could happen.
Yeah.
And I said, there's very few things fighting for. I said, you fight for your mom, you fight for your darling sister Luna Marie. You fight for yourself. You maybe fight for a few friends. But other than that, let people do their nonsense and just go about your day. Don't get involved, and you'll be cool. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
So that's what I think of when I think of 7-Eleven. That incident.
Yes.
But yeah, and also, like I said, stopping at the Bradshaw, getting a bunch of trail mix before going home. And pigging out by myself because I was alone and sad and fat.
What about your clubbing friend?
I know. Well, Stephen Alston, he lived in Roseville. Oh. So why was I going all the way to? Why didn't he hit the club?
What's that place on Bradshaw and Old
Mushroom?
No.
Happy Bar.
No. You and I went to a Mexican restaurant next door to that bar.
Yeah. Oh, what was that? Yeah. JB's.
Yeah.
JB's? I think it's... Or BJ's.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What's that street called?
Lincoln Village Drive.
Lincoln Village. Yeah, you promised to take me clubbing.
JB's Lounge and Grill.
Your friend should have met you there. You guys could got Mexican food next door.
Right.
Hit up the club.
Brianna's?
It was, yeah.
Or is that Luna's new friend?
It is.
I don't know.
It was a female name, though. You're right.
Yeah. But, yeah, JB's Lounge and Grill, which promises the Clizub on Lincoln Village Drive, which is a very questionable area, filled with very questionable individuals. So that's what I think of when I think of 7-Eleven. Fascinating fact. Fun. Does Len say fascinating fact or fun fact?
Fun fact.
Okay, fun fact. I watched a YouTube video this morning about 7-Eleven because YouTube is always listening to you. And we've been talking about 7-Eleven for a few days. And so their algorithm spit out a video on 7-Eleven from CNBC. But did you know, honey, that 83% of the items purchased at 7-Eleven is consumed within an hour of buying them?
Well, obviously.
I know.
Like, you don't go grocery shopping there. You buy something that you're going to eat immediately.
Maybe there's a deal on eggs in the dairy department.
I'm surprised it's not higher than 83%, actually.
Right. Who's doing the grocery shopping at the Chevy, as some people call it? Next fun fact, 34% of sales are cigarettes and tobacco.
Okay.
But then the next one is shocking, honey. 7% of sales is alcohol.
7%.
I would think it'd be way higher.
They don't have a huge selection. They have like some beers and White Claws, and they even have bottled wine.
Yeah.
I believe I bought a bottle of white wine from the Kiefer location.
What? And you're admitting that now, honey. This is
You're married to me now. You can't escape me.
This is daring territory you're foraging into. But I thought it would be bigger because whenever you go to 7-Eleven, which is what do you call it? Is it a convenience store? Is it a liquor store? Is it a mini mart?
It's a bodega.
A bodega. But you see the what's going on. Like, you see people buying booze at 10 a.m. So it's a fascinating customer base. Who's going in there? What are they buying?
Yes.
I've seen people buying cases of beer in the morning.
I feel like people are mostly getting energy drinks or snacks.
Yeah.
Like nachos, donuts.
Yeah. Well, they got pastries. They got the coffee where you can pour your own coffee and whip it up however you want. With all the cream and sugar and stuff. But yeah, it's working there, shopping there is a fascinating activity.
I think people also buy lottery tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marshall Phillips. Well, you hear about like this 7-Eleven sold a winning lottery ticket in 1988 in San Dimas, California, and all of a sudden, people, when the jackpot gets to over $1 billion, people start going to this San Dimas 7-Eleven.
Stupid.
Okay, so I don't know why we decided 7-Eleven. I just wanted to try it. Yeah,
It was not me.
Yeah. I wanted to try their hot food.
Yeah, and you know what? For some reason, I was really like, ooh, we can get an entire pizza from 7-Eleven. That sounds so yummy.
Which we did. Which was not. So we went to the 7-Eleven in West Sac on Jefferson Boulevard. And one thing to note is that they have 7-Eleven has an app, but it's more for in-store deals and kind of rewards. But if you want to do pickup or delivery, they have 7-Eleven now. It's now. It's happening.
Right now.
It's very urgent. Right, it's very urgent. It's a separate app. And we did pickup, and you can do delivery, but I wonder if they outsource it to Grubhub and Uber Eats.
They must. There's not like a 7-Eleven employee driving around.
Right. So we did 7-Eleven Now app for pickup on Jefferson Boulevard, and we ordered a bunch of crap, which I'll get to in a second. But right away, they sent an email saying, "Hey, Vince, well, thank you, 7-Eleven, for addressing me as the name my mom gave me. Hey, Vince, we're so glad you placed an order with us. Your order will be ready for pickup in 25 to 30 minutes. pretty exciting. And the pretty exciting was in bold font. And then I got a notification from the 7-Eleven Now app that said, your order looks awesome.
Oh, wow.
Nicely done.
Wow.
I think it's kind of cheesy, but...
Positive vibes. Good vibes.
I dig it.
Totally.
As you know, honey, I'm just a guy out here looking for a confirmation bias.
You just want... You're ordering crap from 7-Eleven. You just want to feel good about it.
I don't feel good about ordering this crap. But telling me I'm nicely done, it makes me feel a little less horrible.
I am doing a good thing. This is good.
Thank you. I'm employing 7-Eleven now. So yesterday we went to Aunt Kathy and Uncle Paul's in Rockland.
Yes.
And we ate a bunch there, and we frolicked. Lennox Albert and Luna Marie went crazy in the pool. And then, so when we were leaving, I was like, okay, it's 7-Eleven time. Even though I had eaten 2 plates full of kielbasa. And that
2 cookies.
Why'd you bring up the cookies? And,
well.
Yeah, 2 cookies. But on the other hand, I'm surprised that I only kept it to 2 cookies.
Yeah, you did great.
There was like mac and cheese in the slow cooker.
Slow cooker mac and cheese. I didn't, but it was beautiful.
But why didn't you have it?
Because
your plate was full.
Yeah, and other things looked more appealing to me.
Yeah.
And I knew we were going to 7-Eleven, so I was trying to rein it in as well.
Yeah. So I had 2 plates full of kielbasa, hot dogs, Liz Fisher Oriental chicken salad.
Chinese chicken salad.
Chinese chicken salad. Sorry. And this mac and cheese, which was unbelievable. Like, it had, like, cheese crust in it.
There's something crusty going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really pretty.
It was so...
I should have had a little scoop.
I had 2 plates full. I was going to stop after 1 plate, but then I had 1 plate with kielbasa and bratwurst. Actually, okay. Uncle Ryan, who is your...
He's my first cousin.
He's your first cousin, Ryan Lewis. He's not the producer for... that
Macklemore?
That's not him.
No.
But because we had a discussion, a 5-second discussion, but he was like, oh, it was bratwurst versus kielbasa.
Yeah, which is better?
Right. And I was
What's
like,
the difference?
Well, the kielbasa hadn't come out yet.
Oh.
So I ate the bratwurst. Bratwurst was fantastic. Grilled by Brian Lewis.
No,
Brian Reed. And so I was like, dude, bratwurst is better than kielbasa. And Ryan Lewis was like, nah, not really. No, he disagreed with me. Then the kielbasa came out, and the bratwurst was good, but the kielbasa was just outstanding. So tasty, so fatty, so much yummy
I wish
flavor.
I had had one of either of those.
Oh my goodness,
I skipped out on that too.
It was so flippin' good. So we leave Rockland. I had 2 plates full of carbs and processed meat. And I was like, well, let's put in this order for 7-Eleven, which is 25-ish minutes from Rockland. Yeah, so I ate a lot is what I'm saying. TLDR, I ate a lot. The order, so I put in the order. We were about leaving Rockland, and it said the order will be ready in 25 to 30 minutes, which I like because you get some sort of expectation. But actually, it was ready 18 minutes, honey.
Wow. Good job, 7-Eleven.
Very fastidious. Another thing about the app, the 7-Eleven Now app, it has it's like a progress bar. So it was received, and then it would update to in progress. They're putting together the order, and then 18 minutes later, lo and behold, ready for pickup. So I like knowing exactly where it is in the order process. There was a fee of 50 cents, a convenience fee. Right. This is 7-Eleven now. You're not going through some DoorDash, Grubhub where they tack on $15.
Is that like the employee like moving their arms to grab the food and put it in the boxes?
Right. To ignore the drunkard in front of the 7-Eleven and put together your order in 30 seconds. Convenience fee, which is defined as this fee helps us operate 7Now.
Okay.
Whatever that means.
Do you have to pay to have an app if you're a business? Maybe you do.
Yeah, there are costs associated, but there's costs associated with turning on the light, honey, and keeping on the refrigerator.
And 7-Eleven is like a nationwide, right? Are they nationwide or are they Western? I don't know.
You know what? Just fold it into the cost of your food. Put 3 cents on this taquito. Put 6 cents on this big bite.
Sure.
And I don't need to know about it. I don't need to know about this alleged convenience fee. And then another thing was in the app. It said wear a mask to receive your order. We went there. I ain't have no mask. You better mask somebody. I didn't have no mask. None of the customers inside had the mask.
Yeah.
The 7-Eleven cashier had no mask.
Really?
Right, yeah.
Wow, okay.
So it was just, okay.
Okay.
I think that's overabundance of caution. Let's talk about the 7-Eleven location. This was on Jefferson Boulevard.
What comes to mind is that recent, Facebook post about how somebody was, kidnapped and trafficked out of the parking lot of this 7-Eleven. Yes. And then it turns out that was a big lie.
Right.
And it was this whole to-do in our West Sac Facebook group.
It's such a back and forth, and people have... But, well, we were looking at a woman who posted a couple pictures of a guy, and she was like, this guy
abuses children and women, and he has a warrant. If you see this man on the streets, call 911 immediately.
Right. And he's threatening me, and who knows if this is true?
Because people are in the comments like, this isn't true, you're lying.
I've known whatever his name, Brian, since 2008, and he's turned his life around. Or
he works out now. That's what somebody said. He works out
now. or whatever her name is. Roxanne, you've had a rocky history with Brian, so why are you putting this on blast and on Facebook?
Every time you have something going on in your personal lives, you guys put it on social media. Is every town's Facebook group, every neighborhood's Facebook group, is it like this? Fraught with false accusations and drama?
Absolutely. And I could see my picture on there. This guy's a pedophile. What the hell are you doing? Because it takes nothing. Yeah. You don't need a burden of proof.
All you need is a disgruntled ex, a friend who you pissed off or something, or to say something untrue about you.
They're having a laugh. Hee hee ha, we're trolling. Oh my gosh. Just ridiculous. So stupid.
So that's what I keep thinking about with this particular 7-Eleven location. Somebody recently had a false kidnapping claim that happened in the parking lot there.
Right. And then there's 50 comments saying, you're an idiot. And you know what? Life wouldn't be the same without our local West Sacramento Facebook groups. We're in 3 or 4 of them.
Yep.
Okay, so this 7-Eleven on Jefferson Boulevard, I drove by it previously in the morning, because I filled up your gas tank, honey.
Oh, you're such a gentleman.
$62 in gas.
And then you texted me immediately, you owe me $62.
Yes. It was, I think the total was $61.73. I gave you the 91 octane, honey. Or was it 92?
No, it's 91.
Okay. I forget which
You
one.
Didn't give me the 87. You gave me the 91.
Right.
And I really appreciate it.
You're my wife, honey, and I love you.
And I'm not paying you back.
What? Pay me back in loving, honey.
Obviously.
And smooches. But I drove by, when I filled up at the Arco on Jefferson Boulevard, I drove by the 7-Eleven, and there was a homeless guy. This was earlier in the day, in the morning time. A homeless guy who holds open the door for customers walking in, walking out.
So nice.
Right? It's just, thank you, sir. Thank you. And then they might hit you up for $1 or some change.
They're like, hey, remember when I opened that door for you?
Right, remember that 6 seconds ago? How about you give me $6 so I can buy some meth. But I admire that, but
it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it is odd. But I never give him money. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So we pull up, fresh from Rockland, and I walk in. I left you in the Wow Child.
Lennox and I were in the car.
And darling daughter, Luna Marie.
She went with Kaylee, remember?
Oh, yeah. Okay. You and darling son Lennox Albert.
We locked the doors so we wouldn't get kidnapped.
Right. I was like, you guys stay here, and whatever happens to me outside of this car, in front of the 7-Eleven, or inside the 7-Eleven, Just keep 911 on the speed dial because it's a very questionable area, and there's people who have low morals, honey. They're not out here church. They're not church going folk like us. But there were three questionable individual looking characters walking out right away. So I was on guard. Okay. And then inside there was a woman who asked for, and I'm quoting her here, "I need 2 packs of Marlboros," to the 7-Eleven gentleman.
Were they menthol? Were they light? Were they reds?
They were Swisher Sweets. I don't know. But if you're wondering what she looks like, you know what she looks like. There was also a guy who I think was a DoorDasher in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But this goes to my thing. You don't want to know what your DoorDasher looks like. This curbside drop off, like drop it off at our welcome mat. Yeah. That's what you want. You don't want to see these
But don't people. You always try to go... Oh, you try to see the car.
Yeah.
Not the actual person.
I don't want to...
You're like racing out to see them driving away.
I don't want to look at the person in the eyes. And this person... If you knew this person was handling your DoorDash order from 7-Eleven, you'd be like, I need a refund, or... Can we get the next DoorDasher in line? But yeah, he was not... well put together. Let's just say that. Okay. And then there was a white guy who was very tatted up, and I thought that was he was very, again, morally highly questionable. So the hot food display. Everyone knows they got the big bites and they got the taquitos, and now they got pizza, boneless wings, regular wings, blah blah blah. The rollers that are constantly rolling, hot dogs and taquitos that have been there for 6 minutes or 8 hours.
Delicious, yeah.
The rollers weren't rolling.
Oh, honey. No. Yes. Why?
That's my question. I'm not going to ask this gentleman, the 7-Eleven proprietor, why aren't the rollers rolling? But and you realize it's all for your eyes. Like, they're not doing anything.
Oh, really?
These rollers.
Is that true?
I think so. Well, what are they doing?
Well, making sure. Yes. It stays hot, like, all around the circumference, the surface. Yeah. Because like when a pig spins
like a rotisserie grill or something,
a chicken spins on a exactly.
That's what you want to think, but honey, this is 7-Eleven. I think it's purely for the aesthetics.
Okay. And
yeah, so the rollers weren't rolling, which is when you walk in and you just see hot dogs and taquitos sitting there with lack of there's no velocity going on, there's no swiftness, there's no rolling. It's very disconcerting.
It is, and that adds to the visual appeal of the food itself.
Yes.
I never thought about that.
Yes. You eat with your eyes first, honey.
You want to see your hot dog rolling.
You want to see your hot dog rolling. And it could be rolling there for 6 hours or 6 days, but you want to see some
as long as
motion.
It's moving.
Keep it moving, man. So I thought, should he call 7-Eleven tech support? Restart your modem?
That's odd. I wonder what's going on there.
I have no idea. And he needs to remedy this situation. The next thing is that, so they got the glass case there with all the hot food, the fresh food. They had like ads for food that weren't there. So they had the picture and the price of glazed cheesy barbecue meatballs, which are probably horrible, but sound good. Uh-huh. I get like an IKEA vibe. IKEA meatballs.
Sure.
But I wanted to try them. They had the picture there on the glass case, but they weren't present. They weren't there. Another thing.
Maybe the employee was going to whip them up fresh if you happen to order them.
Yes. Yes. Like Guy Fieri. Like Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen there. You want some meatballs? Another disconnect was that there was food there in the glass case at the 7-Eleven on Jefferson Boulevard that was not on the app. Like, they had right there in front of me, and I took the picture, I sent them to you, they had buffalo wings, and they had hot honey boneless wings, which I wanted to try. sound appetizing, but they weren't in the app, but they were there in real life. So I was like, we gotta work on get things synced up here.
Right.
We need
I hate when that happens. That happens at other places too, I've noticed.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the worst.
You got it. Let's all get together. Let's all be on the same page here. The 7-Eleven cashier employee gentleman, he seemed preoccupied, like, and this goes across the board in all service industry, all restaurant employees. They hate their job. They hate their customers, aka me. They hate everything to do. And he didn't seem like he wanted to be doing, because at 7-Eleven, when you're open 24/7, you deal with the scourge of humanity.
Yes.
People on their last legs, their last rites. And so for him to deal with a bunch of bums and losers and just broke people and low rent people and lower socioeconomic income people.
You can't blame him for being not happy and upbeat and
right. Well, so you got to deal with all this nonsense, and then you throw in, you got to whip up these orders, or you got to assemble them.
Yeah,
I felt bad.
I know.
I felt bad. In terms of the process, so the app said just show your order number to the guy. I walk in, I show my order number to the guy, and he was like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Well, I have a number here." So my order number wasn't enough. And then I told him my name, and he was like, "Well, I need to see it on your phone." But the app didn't have my name in the order, and I was going to my emails, and I was like, "This is very complex. Like, an order number should be it."
Totally, yeah.
Yeah. And I gave him my name, and it wasn't the name he had for
he's
the
like,
order.
Didn't he say, "We don't have your name"?
Right. I was like, my name is Vince. Well, this order is for Daryl. Well, my name is Daryl. Okay, I'm Daryl.
What did Daryl order?
I want what Daryl ordered, and I want what Vince ordered. Another thing is that in the middle of assembling my order, he began putting together a different order, and that included him going to the liquor, not the liquor, the beverage section, like one of those the doors you open and you grab an energy drink, you grab a Coca-Cola. Yeah. So I was like, well, I'm here, and why are you on? So I don't. They haven't ironed this out.
No.
It's not seamless. It's not flawless process.
Online ordering from 7-Eleven seems very odd.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, I guess if they're offering this hot, fresh, allegedly fresh food,
yeah,
I can see why they're doing it. But it also seems like they only have a maximum of like 2 employees at a time. So it's not like other restaurants where they are more staffed, it seems.
And one is playing crowd control with the homeless people.
One is chasing people out in the parking lot
and telling him, if you come back, I will F you in your A. But I was only in there. I was only in there for a few minutes, but it seemed like an eternity because there were other customers going on, and he seemed preoccupied. And then at the end, instead of going through, "Hey, sir, here's your spicy chicken wings. Here's your pizza," he went through the box and he was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you have 5 things. Here's 5 things. And I was like, okay, sir.
Who knows what they are, but here you go.
Here's a bag with a bunch of fried, crappy food. Yeah, so he hated me. He hated his job. I hated him. I hate my job. But anyways, that was the ordering brouhaha dealio for the 7-Eleven. Let's get to what I ordered. We ordered a large pizza with pepperoni. It was normally $7, but I got a discount for $5. I don't know why. An order of chicken wings, 5 chicken wings, spicy, for $6.25. An order of beef mini tacos, 8 of them. They are tiny, for $2. Which is a quarter a mini taco, which should have set alarm bells off, honey. And I apologize to you. I apologize to me. I apologize to Alan Fisher. I don't know. I'm just pulling names. But I'm sorry. That was not a good order. We'll get to that. So we get to the taquitos. I got a bacon, egg, and cheese. Bacon, egg, cheese, and potato breakfast taquito. We got one of them for $1.49. I got a jalapeno and cheese taquito. One of them for $1. Normally $1.49. Again, I don't know how I got that discount or why. And then I ordered a cheeseburger bite with bun, which we found out was not available. Now, to paint the picture, a cheeseburger bite with bun is a hamburger in the shape of a hot dog in a hot dog bun. I don't know why they do this.
What is this concept? It's horrible.
It was dumb.
Didn't you tell me it's like allegedly easier to eat?
Yes.
That's what the website says?
Yes.
How?
I don't know.
It's so weird. And
So this is a cheeseburger bite with bun. It's a hamburger, meat, something or other, in the shape of a hot dog, in a hot dog bun. And it's described as, from the menu, cheeseburger bites have the taste of the traditional cheeseburger, but in an easy-to-eat format.
Oh, thank you. I was struggling so much with my traditional circular hamburger.
Well, sometimes the mustard creeps out onto the side and onto your pinky, honey, and then...
A hamburger should never be in the shape of a hot dog. And a hot dog should never be in the shape of a hamburger.
Wow. My wife has spoken.
I have strong feelings.
Brave words. That was not available, so they gave us a quarter-pounder big bite hot dog, the classic.
Oh, just a hot dog.
Yeah, a hot dog, for $1.99. Okay, that was our order. Let's get into the actual food and taste and all that stuff. Beef mini tacos. This was the 8-piece. Yes.
Can I? Spoiler alert.
Yes.
This was the worst food I've ever eaten in my whole life.
These beef mini tacos.
8
of them.
Everything.
Oh, okay.
Everything.
That's true. You did say that.
The worst. It was worse than any airplane food I've had. It was worse than any school lunchroom food I've ever had.
Yeah.
It was the worst food I've ever eaten.
If you were on Survivor and you had eaten bugs for a challenge on Fear Factor, this would still be worse. Yes.
I would rather eat chocolate-covered crickets than any of this food ever again.
It was, it wasn't a pleasant experience. It wasn't.
You seem to enjoy it a lot more than I did.
Well, there were a few items that I did not have a problem with, let's say. Okay, but let's start off with the beef mini tacos. Okay. We got 8 of them.
I ate one.
They're described as a crisp mini taco shell filled with spicy shredded beef. Like I said, there were 8 of them for $2. They didn't list the calories on the website for whatever reason. Go ahead, honey. Your thoughts, feelings, comments, reflections.
I ate one.
Yes.
It tasted like crap.
It was not good.
In hindsight, this just occurred to me now. If we had slathered it with taco sauce and salsa, it would have been a lot better. Yeah. Cheese, maybe.
Right.
It was horrible.
That doesn't speak well to the beef mini taco.
Okay, we talk a lot of crap about Taco Bell's meat, quote unquote meat. The
ground beef, yeah.
This was so much worse than that.
It was. It was.
7-Eleven, why?
Yeah, and so it started off with the shell. It wasn't crunchy. It was old. It was old.
Everything we had tasted old, by the way.
That's true. And the ground beef in these beef mini tacos, and I thought about it for a long time, honey. This is the best I can describe it, as the ground beef filling in these beef mini tacos was like biting into a ground beef spider web. Like, they were very cobwebby.
Wow.
The ground beef. It was just, you bite into it and you're like, am I eating a spider web?
I don't think it was meat. I think it was some, chemical lab-made substance.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
It was the worst. The absolute worst. I ate one, and then just to be sure, I took a bite of a second one.
Maybe I got a bad one.
Right. Maybe I got a bad spider web, ground beef cobweb. And so I took a bite of a second one, and I was like, I went all darling daughter lunar me. I was like, throw them in the trash. And we trashed them. 1 out of 10. I'll go first, honey. 0. -10. Just horrifying. I can't believe this is offered. I can't believe the Yolo County Health Department has a crackdown on these. it was not good.
0 as well.
Yeah, 0. -0, -10, -1 billion. These were just... And actually, when I went in to pick up our order, I looked at them, and I took a picture, and I sent it to you, and I was like, these don't look good. Like, just visually, under the glass, these don't look good. And then we came home, and we ate them. We're, honey, you know, we're still alive, and that's the best thing I can...
Yeah, and you know what? I... Legitimately, I thought I was going to get food poisoning. I thought I was going to vomit. Yeah. And I didn't.
Yeah.
So,
yay, congratulations. You know, I wanted the beef mini tacos to be like the Jack in the Box taco. Because it's got the fried shell. It's got some sort of stuff in the middle.
Jack in the Box tacos are... I don't think... Maybe they're not real either. Right. Who knows what the heck that is. But it's so good.
It's outstanding.
It's great.
It's so good.
7-Eleven, come on. Step up your game.
I was hoping... You know what, Mr. 7-Eleven, sir? Head on over to the Jack in the Box. Buy 60 tacos. Bring them back. And
what factory are they making this substance in? You got to copy that. You got to hire the same people.
Sell them at 3 times the price you paid. It's all about profit. You'll make it up in volume. Next item. It was a taquito, which 7-Eleven has had for years and years.
Sure.
This was the breakfast bacon, egg, cheese, and potato breakfast taquitos, described as bacon, egg, cheese, and potato, all rolled together in a crispy taquito. It was $1.49. Again, there was no calorie count. Go ahead, honey. Thoughts?
Can we talk about both taquitos together?
Yes. We also got the jalapeno and cheese.
We got one of each, and we split them in half, so we both had half of both.
Right.
Listen, the filling was good, but the outside, the roll, what's it called? Shell?
Shell, yeah.
The shell was soft. It wasn't crispy.
Right. And this goes back to freshness.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that was its only downfall. I thought the fillings were fine.
Okay.
They weren't offensive.
I thought the bacon, egg, and cheese and potato was just a lot of nothing. You tell me there's bacon and cheese in there and potato. I mean, sure.
I don't know.
That's what you're telling me. I'll believe you, Mr. 7-Eleven website. But I thought it was just all around just terrible. Yeah. And this was 3 p.m.-ish, I want to say, that we picked up all this stuff. And this is a breakfast taquito, which should have been a red flag. Again, the sirens are...
You know what, honey? It was 4 p.m., actually.
It was 4 p.m.
Even later.
So was this breakfast taquito made at 7 a.m. or 5 a.m. or 3 a.m.? But it was not fresh. I didn't... The breakfast taquito, I thought was just terrible. I would give it a 1 out of 10. Honey, do you remember?
I agree. 1.
Okay. The jalapeno and cheese taquito is $1 for 200 calories. You like this more.
I liked it more, slightly.
Okay, right. Exactly. Do you have thoughts, feelings, comments, reflections?
It was like a creamy cheese with some jalapeno.
Right.
Little tiny jalapenos mixed in.
Right.
So 1.5.
It was like a cream cheese, but kind of a funky old
Yeah, it was like kind of clumpy.
Yeah, it was goopy.
I'm getting sick talking about this.
And clumpy. And there was a little spiciness from the jalapeno. The jalapenos diced up in there.
These would have been so much better if the shells were crispy.
Yeah. But they weren't.
So here we are.
Yeah. Well, it would probably be more akin to a jalapeno popper kind of deal with crispy shells, freshly fried. But were these made 6 hours before we got there or 10 minutes? We don't know. But I would give it a 2 out of 10, strictly for a little bit of spice. But
okay.
I was not a fan of the cheese on the inside. It was crappy cream cheese. So go on to the hot dog.
I didn't have any of this, so go ahead. Take it away, honey.
It was a 1/4 pound big bite hot dog, the classic 7-Eleven, which has been around for who knows, decades.
It's a hot dog.
It's described as a 100% all beef hot dog. It was $1.99, 570 calories. Holy Toledo! Right off the bat, so it comes in the little carton, which most of their food comes in. And there's the hot dog, but it wasn't in the bun. The bun was wrapped in plastic.
Maybe the hot dog would have put moisture on the bun, and they didn't want your bun getting moist, so they kept the bun in a plastic wrap.
Right. Well, see, they're playing the game that you live an hour from a 7-Eleven.
They don't know that...
We live down the street from a 7-Eleven.
Do they not know 83% of their customers eat their food within the first hour?
Within an hour. The hot dog bun came in plastic. It was just an odd sight. Here's a hot dog, and then here's bun wrapped in plastic, both within their little styrofoam container, plastic container. Just very odd. And so I had to do the work. Okay, I didn't know I was going to be cooking dinner, honey.
You were Gordon Ramsay,
right? I was Gordon Ramsay. It was just. Why didn't the 7-Eleven guy take the hot dog and put it in the bun?
Please. He wasn't doing anything more than he had to do, honey.
Right. He's dealing with the homeless in front, but he could grab some tongs and put the hot dog in the bun. Another thing that the bun, I would have liked it if it was warmed or toasted, but it was just like bread. You buy it on the bread aisle at the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
So I would have really appreciated it if it had something going on. Some sort of cooking going on. Another thing is that there was too much bun. The Big Bite is big, it's large, but there's still too much bun. So I ended up kind of taking off the bottom part of the bun.
Oh, okay.
And the sides, I still ate with the hot dog, but there was too much bun, and it was not toasted. It wasn't grilled. It wasn't heated. Wasn't warmed. I really would have liked that. What can you say about the Big Bite? I mean, it's a Big Bite. It's not a great hot dog. I had 3 Nathans. Did I have Nathans this morning? Hebrew National. I had 3 Hebrew National.
This morning you did?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, honey. And I had 5 hash browns.
Because I stayed in bed and you came out here and ate breakfast, so I didn't see what you were eating.
I gave you 1 hash brown.
You gave me 1. At my request.
Yes. In bed.
Yes.
Which is against the rules.
No. Liquids are against the rules in bed. Okay. Except for coffee.
But I had... The moral of the story is I had 3 Hebrew National hot dogs this morning.
And?
Along with my 5 hash browns because I'm a fat person. Okay. And thanks for bringing it up. But the Hebrew National hot dogs are outstanding. The Big Bite hot dog, it's large in its size. But it's not a great hot dog. I would consider it a step up from your Bar S, your Ballpark, but it's not a fantastic hot dog.
It's quantity over quality.
Right.
And oop.
So the Big Bite was big. It's a good size, but it's still underwhelming compared to the bun that came with it in the plastic wrapping. Very odd. I would give it a 3 out of 10. It's a fine hot dog. Take away some of the bun. Cut those carbs, yo. You'll have a pleasant experience. Moving on to the spicy chicken wings. This is a 5-piece. From the website. Our wings are lightly breaded and seasoned with a kick. Don't forget to add on one of our delicious dipping sauces! ! They had ranch, but I was like, I'm not going to buy 7-Eleven ranch. We have ranch at home. But they didn't have any other dipping sauces. So spicy chicken wings, 5 of them, for $6.25, 170 calories per wing, honey, per wing. Okay. They ain't messing around. So for 5 small, tiny chicken wings, 850 calories total. What did you think of these, honey? Yes. As she exhales.
These were okay.
Very measured.
I ate 1.
Yes.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I only took 3 bites off the whole wing, and there was lots of skin and stuff left.
Yeah.
That I could have eaten, but I didn't because it was bad. It wasn't good enough to continue. Mm-hmm. And then, honey, one of your wings had a freaking feather on it.
Yes. Now, it wasn't... honestly, I don't know what a chicken feather looks like. I mean, I assume it's white. But it could have been a down comforter feather. But there was...
In the 7-Eleven?
There was. Well, they're expanding. They're expanding their product gamut, honey.
It like came off an employee's shirt from home and landed on your chicken wing. No matter the origin of this feather, it was
a feather on a chicken wing. Listen, and it was small.
It colored it tainted my entire evening. Yeah. It tainted my entire experience. The food on its own was terrible. And then you add a feather on a chicken wing. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I continued on after that. I don't know how I didn't go lay down in bed after that.
This is a farm to fork, honey. It's super fresh. They don't even take off all the feathers. I was like, I pointed out, I said, hey, here's a little something or other. And I peeled it off. I tore it off. I ate around it.
I can't believe you did that yet. You're very strong-minded.
I'm a man, honey. I'm a real man. There was a feather on it. But the spicy chicken wings.
They were not spicy, right?
They were.
Oh, yeah. I don't recall that.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had some heat to them. I enjoyed these. Again, you talk about freshness. They would have been much better 7 hours ago or whenever they fried them.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. But as far as the coating, super crunchy. There was heat in there. The chicken meat, dry. Not much going on. But I would say the spicy chicken wings were a good, solid choice. I would give them a 6 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow. And if they were freshly fried and non-feathered, honey, I would go as high as probably an 8 out of 10. Because that's how much I enjoy them. I ate all of them. You had one, I had the other 4.
I'm happy for you.
I was digging them.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
I gave him a 2 out of 10.
Oh, what if there was no feather? 2.5 out of 10?
2.5, yes.
Well, farm to fork, honey.
Oh, also, didn't you mention there were non-bone chicken wings?
Yeah, there were boneless chicken wings.
We didn't get those, though.
Right, because they weren't on the app, but they were there in person.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, what if I had told you that the spicy chicken wings were organic, honey?
No.
What if they were...
I don't care.
They were kind to the chickens and they let them frolic about before they... Yeah. I didn't eat a feather, but there was a feather. Okay.
I'm glad you didn't eat it.
The coup de grace is a large pepperoni pizza, which we had was just $5, normally $7, and it's described as large pepperoni in every bite! Exclamation point. Topped with 100% whole milk, real mozzarella, zesty, thick sliced pepperoni, and diced pepperoni chunks, which you didn't notice. I had to point out to you. Well, it has the regular sliced pepperoni, but then it has these tiny bits. There's akin to Totino's pepperoni.
Maybe I thought it was like pepper or a seasoning or something, because I didn't realize it was little pepper.
They're very small, diced pepperoni chunks, and you can miss them. This was $5 and 2,460 calories for 8 slices. What did you think of this large pepperoni pizza, honey?
I thought this was terrible. I had 1 slice. Mm-hmm. I couldn't finish it.
Mm-hmm. Lennox had 2.
Lennox kept saying to me, "All pepperoni pizza is the same."
Oh yeah,
it was so funny. I mean, are you gonna play our recording of us eating later in the pod?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys can listen later and hear. He would not let this go. He was like, "It's pepperoni. It's the same as any other pepperoni pizza. Right? They're all the same." I was like, "No, son. What are you talking about?"
Well, you learn to pick your battles as a parent, honey.
Of course, I'm
not gonna detract or try to disagree.
I was just like, you make a good point there.
Sure, all pepper.
I think,
and you broke it down to me. You're like, well, it is all pepperoni and dough and sauce and cheese. I mean, that's correct.
The dough was bad.
The dough was bad.
The sauce was bad. The cheese was bad.
The sauce, I couldn't tell you anything about
everything,
it. It was there.
I don't know what I don't know if it was everything or one particular element was terrible, but I literally couldn't finish it. And I love pizza. Mm-hmm. I normally would have eaten probably 3 slices of any other place that we've ever ordered pizza from. I couldn't finish 1 slice.
Okay.
It was so bad.
You had 1 slice. Lennox Sauber had 2. So he had one, and then I was eating the rest of it.
Later on that night.
Yeah, and he was like, oh, can I get a slice of that? And I was like, sure, here's another slice. Yeah. So he had 2. I had... What'd 2 plus 1 is 3 minus 8. I had 5 slices by myself. Okay, I'm a bad person.
So you didn't hate it, or you were like, this is good enough to eat?
It was inoffensive. I thought the thicker pepperoni, which they tout, zesty, thick sliced pepperoni, I thought it made somewhat of a difference. I thought I enjoyed it. I appreciated it. Like you said, the dough is forgettable. Cheese and sauce, it was there, very middle of the road. But let me ask you this, honey, because it's budget pizza. How would you compare it to a Little Caesars hot ready?
Little Caesars is far and away superior. No comparison.
Disagree completely. Really? Well, not completely, but I would put you're putting I would put 7-Eleven pizza one spot ahead of Little Caesars.
You
pizza.
Would?
Yes.
What?
I liked it.
This is shocking.
I liked it.
Okay.
And in my opinion, recently Little Caesars has gone down a few notches.
It has. Yeah. I agree with you on that. Yeah. I agree with you. Totally. I just think that this 7-Eleven pizza was even worse.
Okay. Well, they're both bad.
Yeah.
You're not doing it. If you buy this for your family, you hate them. You dislike your family immensely. But you would put... Okay. Well, how 1 out of 10, honey, the 7-Eleven pizza?
2.
And Little Caesars pepperoni
5.
pizza? 5? Okay. I would put Little Caesars... Well, maybe 4. I would put 7-Eleven at 5, so maybe Little Caesars at 4, 4.5. They're both bad.
Yeah,
you hate your family.
They both bad.
if you're going for that. Alrighty. So that was our review for 7-Eleven. Let's move on to we watched The Tomorrow War, which is on Amazon Prime.
You ever heard of it?
I have
Probably not.
And
we watched The Tomorrow War, which is on Amazon Prime streaming. It's a American military science fiction film directed by Chris McKay. Okay, whatever. It stars Chris Pratt, the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy and the new Jurassic Park. Yeah. Follows a mix of present-day soldiers and civilians sent into the future to fight an alien army. We watched this yesterday. What did you think, honey?
I thought this was a lot of fun. I thought it was kind of cheesy and obviously you have to suspend disbelief in reality because there are so many questions and
it's just
discrepancies. Time travel, anything that involves time travel. Yeah, there's things that it doesn't matter. Yeah, if there's time travel involved. Yeah, then you're like, well, this doesn't make sense. Wouldn't happen. Couldn't be. Yeah. Okay, so just suspend all of that. Yeah. Time travel issues. Yeah. It was very fun. It was very entertaining. Yeah. You said it best last night. You're like, it's just cheesy enough. Yeah. It's not too cheesy. Yeah. It's a great amount of cheesy. It's entertaining. There's action. It's not too sweet. Too saccharine with the family, the daughter, the wife, the emotion,
the dad.
I hate when there's a child and parent or a wife and husband and it's so sweet and this is supposed to be so emotional. Yeah, I hate that, but it was just
it worked.
It was just on this side of not being annoying.
Yeah, it was cheesy, but it worked. The Chris Pratt with his daughter, Chris Pratt with his dad. Yeah, I was just like, okay, but it absolutely worked, and it made the film just different, just kind of a different spin instead of here's a bunch of aliens, we got to kill them. Yeah. But you throw in the daughter thing, and you throw in his dad thing near the end. It was like, okay, this is working.
Yeah, I laughed out loud plenty of times. Mm-hmm. I gasped. It was the action was good. There was some jump scares with the aliens. Yeah. And it was fun. It was a great time. Yeah. I really enjoyed watching it.
Yeah, it was good action, good battle scenes. Talk about time travel. We watched it with darling son Lennox Albert, who ate 2 pieces of 7-Eleven pizza, and he's still alive. He's not dead, folks. But so Lennox Albert why don't they just... And he started about 19 sentences with that.
Why don't they just...
Why haven't they...
Well, he's a smart kid. He's logical.
Well, right.
And we're like, it wouldn't be a Hollywood movie if they were doing all that logical stuff.
You try to poke holes in the silly science fiction movie. It's not hard, but you got to roll with it. But the real question is, honey, do you find Chris Pratt attractive, and why did he leave Anna Faris? Yes.
I do find him attractive.
Really?
Yeah.
Even because he was kind of rough and tumble, kind of worse for wear. He wasn't all glam.
He wasn't peak.
He didn't have a glow up like Luna Marie.
Peak. What's his name?
Chris Pratt?
Yes. I was thinking Chris Martin. He wasn't...
Gwyneth Paltrow.
Like...
Coldplay.
He had a bit of a dad bod.
Yeah.
So he wasn't like peak shape like he has been in prior movies.
Yeah.
But overall, like even back when he was in Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
And he was like more overweight. I've always found him attractive. I think it's partially his personality and his charm and his sense of humor.
He's quite funny. He's quite likable.
He's very like endearing and likable.
But he did have his shirt off in one scene.
He looked good.
He looked fantastic.
He looked good. Yeah, totally. I'm just saying he wasn't. You know how he like got in super great shape for Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. He's not that anymore.
Okay.
He still looks great.
He used to be a 10 out of 10. Now he's a 9.
He looks good.
And why did he divorce Anna Faris, honey? Let's be honest.
She's annoying.
Oh, really?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I read her biography, if you remember.
Oh yeah, you did.
And the few paragraphs she devoted to her marriage with Chris Pratt, and it was just the typical. There's a lot of ego and there's a lot of media speculation, and it eventually gets to you. And it's hard being rich and famous and an actor. You gotta travel, and okay, they're both. I find them both annoying.
They're both annoying in real life. But as a movie star, I do like Chris Pratt. But like in real life, I couldn't care less about their real lives and what's going on.
He's okay. The Jurassic Park movies, Jurassic Park movies in general.
Oh, those are dumb. I hate them. And honestly, I've never seen Guardians of the Galaxy, so I know him from.
You haven't seen either of them?
No.
Oh, okay.
I know him from Parks and Rec.
Okay.
And like the Avengers movies that he's been in, I know him. And then this current one.
I see.
So that's how I know him.
Okay. He did have a shirt off. And, girl, bring me up a piece of that. So some ideas, thoughts I have of the movie. The special effects, they weren't high end. They were kind of 80s.
I thought they were good.
Well, so here's the juxtaposition. Like when they kind of sucked them up into the sky and time traveled. Yeah, that was cheesy.
That was not well done. You know what? That was a choice.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have. Okay, so what happens if you haven't seen this movie is
I have. Yes.
People from 2023 are transported to the year 2050.
Sure.
20 years in the future to fight this future war against aliens.
Mm-hmm.
And so the visual representation of them transporting to the future is they kind of lift up into the air.
To the heavens with lightning bolts.
Yeah. That was a directorial choice.
Okay.
I don't think that is that's not like a special
aesthetic choice?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
That could have been done differently. That is what they showed there. That was like what the director or whoever is like, this is what would look really the best, or how I want it to look.
It looked bad. It looked cheesy.
It was
sort
a
of
bit
80s
cheesy.
Ghostbusters. But at the same time, like one scene, there was a cruise ship that was on fire and being overrun by these aliens, white heads. Is that what they call them?
White something shears.
Yeah. And I thought that was really cool visual. There's another scene where they're in a stairwell and these white whatever
I don't know what they are.
White heads are like cascading down and falling down, and they're shooting up, and I thought that was really well done.
I thought the aliens themselves were cool looking.
Yeah.
I liked
very
how
well
they were.
done.
Yeah.
Scary looking, scary sounds. Chris Pratt, not much on the jokey side. People know him from Guardians of the Galaxy, being but he puts on his serious, and he's got a few one-liners here and there. He jokes around, but he's got acting chops.
I did think that. I noticed that. I thought, as we were watching it, I thought, Chris Pratt's a good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did think that. So he did good in this. And he's more than just like the jokey guy, I think. Yeah. He has a wider range than I think we've currently in the past seen from him.
Yeah, he's been typecast by Marvel and Disney. J.K. Simmons is in here, and for people who don't know, he's the insurance guy, but he's in everything. You'll recognize him.
Yeah. He's a good actor.
It's more than a cameo, but he puts it on here, and it's fun to watch him. Whitehead is the name of the alien. I just kept.
Is it Whitehead? No, it's not Whitehead.
It is.
That's like when you have a zit on your face with a white top.
That's how scary they are, honey.
No, it's like White Shear, White Claw. Wait, White Claw is over.
Oh shoot!
What the heck are they called?
What the heck? Honey, they're called whiteheads. Whitehead.
What?
Whitehead.
I can't believe they're called whiteheads. That's like when you have a zit on your face.
Know. That's how.
Oh my gosh.
That's how damaging they are. What?
They're called white spikes.
What?
Lennox, thank you.
Hold on.
I knew they couldn't be whiteheads.
Why not?
Because that's a zit.
You know what? They are called white spikes.
Thank you, Lennox Albert.
Thank you, Lennox Albert. But just the name White Spike, Whitehead, white people. I just kept thinking
white people.
I just kept thinking about White Snake. Here I go again on my own.
The only time I thought I thought it was a bit long, and I thought like the final battle.
It was about 2 hours and 20 minutes. Yeah, it was long.
The final battle with the final alien was kind of like I laughed because it was a bit cheesy and over the top.
Cheesy.
Yeah, totally. But I enjoyed it still. I was having fun.
Yeah.
I was enjoying my time watching this.
I did see some criticism of the ending, but I'm like, well, what would you rather have? A 45-minute battle of guns and explosions of these stupid white heads, white snakes, white ass? Is that what you want? I would have rather. I appreciated the ending. Yeah, it was over. It was good. It was simple. It was easy. Okay, let me just go through a few more of my thoughts. I thought that again the daughter connection and the dad worked. It was cheesy, but it worked into the movie well. But the one part I thought where she was spilling her guts to him on the beach about you left me and mommy, I thought that was too much. The one guy who was there for comedic foil, African American man, I don't see race, but I just it didn't work for me. He did a lot of like one-liners and side comments and send-ups and. I just thought it was just dumb and a waste of time. There was a line in there that the female lead, and this kind of indicates what kind of movie it was, but her line was, "Get a harpoon on that tentacle," and I was like, okay, you're in for some nonsense, for some silliness when you're trying to get a harpoon on a white snake, a white head, white. Where's Lennox? White man, white snake, tentacle. White spike, a white spike. The third act goes to the snow, but I dug that. Again,
sure.
Are you going to end the movie with 45 minutes of explosions? No, it went to the snow. I thought it was unexpected, but I dug it. It was a cool way to end the movie. Actions, battles were good. The end was cheesy, but I thought it worked. Okay, here's my question, honey. Now, we saw this on our television in our home here, and we liked it. Lennox liked it. We liked it for the most part. If we had paid money, so if we paid $50 in movie tickets and took our whole family,
$50,
and it ended like this, and with a cheesy ending,
you know
what would you have? What would you have thought?
I would not have been mad. Because I know it would have been a fun day. Mm-hmm. We would have gone downtown. We would have got lunch. Mm. We would have seen some fun action on the big screen as a family.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have been mad at that. No.
Okay.
It would have been cool.
I would have been mad. No. I would have been like, if we watch this crap in a movie theater, paying $50 in tickets and $8 in a small popcorn, I would have been severely upset and disappointed.
Oh, no.
It works on our television on the wall over there in the movie theater. No, it's good for streaming. Stay home. Whatever. It's not in the movie theater, but yeah, it would have been a complete ripoff.
Oh, it's not in the theater at all. It's only streaming.
Correct. It's only on Amazon Prime.
And
it's on Amazon Prime. Tomorrow War. We liked it. It has problems, but it's a fun. It's
a fun time.
A fun little. I
recommend it totally. Yeah, watch it with your family.
Watch it for free on Amazon Prime. Alrighty, that's the end of the program. It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate, or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown-up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for audible.com. We don't have a promo code for audible.com. Goodbye. I love you. We love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, I may have said that Chris Pratt shouldn't have left Anna Faris for Schwarzenegger. I'm sorry I didn't mention that earlier, but he did. But I'm still a good person, and we're still good people. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a wonderful day/night. Bye-bye. That's the official end of the show, but here's some bonus content for those who follow us on OnlyFans. We don't have an OnlyFans. For all you people who like ASMR or mukbang, or if you're a furry, here's us eating the 7-Eleven food. Enjoy.
Did we get corn hot dogs?
Oh, these are taquitos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, he hated me. Oh, these are the mini tacos.
Oh, we did get a hot dog.
Yeah. Because that burger hot dog. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Ew, these are going to be bad.
Ooh, this looks good.
It does, actually. It smells good, too. Len, are you going to eat with us? My water.
These are horrible.
Those look terrible. Lennox, can you hand me a napkin, please, son? Or just give me that stack. That stack right there. Can you just give it to me?
I sit on the snack right there?
Stack.
This?
No, the stack.
Oh.
Thank you.
Well, explain stack better. Those are the exact same thing. Okay, hold on.
Yes, sir. Well, what do you want? Okay, look. We got these little tacos. Little tacos.
Yep.
We have pepperoni pizza.
Yep.
All right, hand me your plate.
The bun is wrapped in plastic. And then...
Why? Okay, Lennox, we also have, look at... We got chicken.
Is that crispy, juicy, tender?
Crispy, juicy, tender. And we got... What's in these taquitos?
Crispy, juicy. Is that just like...
I don't know what's in them. Meat and cheese and stuff.
You have a bite. I don't know. Let's see what it tastes like.
How about I rip it in half?
Okay. Mom, what's... have you ever...
This has cheese and jalapeno.
I don't like cheese, though.
And this...
Jalapeno cheers.
I think this has, like, breakfast stuff, like bacon.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine. No.
This is like the thing you used to eat in the morning in the cafeteria.
Oh, but it's not it, so no.
You don't want it?
I don't want it because it's not what I used to eat.
Okay.
Yeah, honey.
Crispy, juicy.
You want to taste one of these little tacos?
I need water. Yeah, wait.
Water. Go get your bottle. And scoot your chair out a little bit.
What I get? Okay.
These need to be way crispier. Mm-hmm. Hecka soft.
Crispy, loopy,
You don't want to put anything on your hot dog?
Raw dog.
Raw dog?
Oh.
Yes.
Chicken.
You eat raw dog?
Sure.
I have a chicken too. Do you want a chicken then? I really don't want to taste a taco, but I have to for the pod. This is terrible, I know.
Is it bad? Real bad?
Not real bad, but bad.
I'm not good.
These are okay if they'd be fresh.
Did you taste the taquitos yet?
Breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast wasn't good.
Well, what if it's been sitting there since breakfast?
This one's better, the jalapeno cheese one.
Not much.
I thought 7-Eleven was just like a place where you can get food. Like, not a place where you can get food, like just like a market. Like Target.
It used to be.
They have some hot food. It's mostly
what
like...
did I think?
That's where we used to always go get the ices.
What did I think 7-Eleven was? I don't know what I thought it was.
Well, you know, when we lived in Newhall, we always went there for ices.
I know. I thought it was like... I don't know. It was like In-N-Out mixed with Taco Bell, mixed with Del Taco. It was mixed with everything.
Well, it used to just be like a convenience store, like a small supermarket.
Yeah.
And then they've always had hot dogs. And then they got taquitos 20 years ago.
I remember taquitos, yeah.
I
And then
remember them having taquitos and hot dogs. I don't think they ever had pizza though.
Nope.
When did that happen?
5 years ago?
Chicken is not good.
It's not
So
bad.
nothing they have is good?
I haven't tasted the pizza yet. How's the pizza?
But it is bad.
No.
The pizza's good. I've had one of the hot dogs. They're good.
You've had their hot dog?
Yeah.
You want a bite?
No.
I don't remember getting... Oh. When we lived at Newhall?
Yeah.
You got a hot dog?
Yeah.
I do kind of.
I had them every once in a while. Like every 4 or 5, probably 6 months.
I don't remember you doing that.
I barely get them. I only had it like twice.
This pizza tastes like when you go to a birthday party in like a bounce house type of place. And they serve the kids pizza.
Good pasta chicken, babe.
Is it good though?
No.
The pizza?
It's okay. What do you think? You've had a bite?
What's the difference between any type of pizza? Any pepperoni pizza. What's the difference?
Some is better than others.
That don't make sense.
That doesn't make sense? You want this one?
They're all pepperoni pizza.
But like the crust is different. What do I do with this?
No, look. What is that? Looks like a down pillow feather.
Don't eat it. That's a chicken feather. Do you want my pepperoni, Len?
Ew. Oh, we shouldn't get it.
Do you want?
No, you got it.
I don't want it.
Okay, then put it down.
Okay.
No, this shit. I'm gonna try to sleep in one of those positions that he sleeps in.
You should.
Do it.
Hey, if it's comfortable.
This is really bad.
Pizza?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It just doesn't taste good to me.
But they're all the same pepperoni pizza.
No.
Kind of. Technically, wherever you go, it's the same.
Technically, yes.
He makes a good point, honey.
I know, he's hard to argue with.
Because, like, it's made with different people. But it's the exact same thing. They're making the exact same thing.
I mean, it's bread, it's sauce, it's cheese, it's peps.
Exactly. But just because it's different brands, don't mean it's different. For some stuff.
Okay, I'm done.
What?
I'm not eating anymore.
Why not? Is it all bad?
Everything was really bad to me. My stomach's not happy.
So you just wasted money?
I mean, isn't all food a waste of money?
Mm-hmm.
So you're saying that you want to die?
Yes. Oy.
I mean, you could just go hunt and then you'll never spend money.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'd have to buy a spear or a bow and arrow.
Or make your own.
Make my own. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not too hard. Is it?
probably is kind of hard.
You know that, the golden silk orb weaver thing, that spider?
Yeah.
Its web is stronger than bulletproof armor.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, Frankie could still get through it. Just looking at it.
Tender and juicy.
Crispy, juicy, tender.
If I don't feel good, do you think it's in my head or do you think it's the food?
The pizza don't taste bad at all. It just tastes like pizza.
I'm glad you like it.
Because all pizza don't taste different. I mean, depending on the type. It's not really that hard to argue with.
You just make good, valid points.
Valid.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to a place and there's a lot of criminals, wear orb weaver silk around you.
Can we use that same technology to build real armor?
Probably. There's some people who have to like take the silk out of spiders.
Really?
Yeah, as a job.
Really? What do they do? What do they do with it?
I don't know. I don't want to know how they do it. You know, I'm pretty sure without silk, spiders die. Is that true?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Talking about spider silk makes me remember that there's a such thing as spider rain.
What is spider rain?
It rains spiders, and wherever you look, there's gonna be like the floor is gonna be made of webs, bro.
Where? Why?
Bridge to Terabithia.
Huh? Oh, that?
Nuh-uh.
There? It happened there?
Where did it happen for real?
A movie.
No, it's a real thing.
Where? Do you remember?
South America.
Did you watch a video about it?
TikTok.
A TikTok?
Yeah, it's like horrifying facts. It's this guy named FYP, For You page.
Isn't that just the For You page? That's the name of his TikTok?
Yes.
Oh. Does it happen often? In many different places?
No, yeah, like Vince said, South America. I think. I'm pretty sure. It happened somewhere.
Can we get you some paper towels, honey?
It would be covered with... Search up spider rain.
I don't want to. I'm scared.
It's not that creepy, but it just...
Is it spoopy?
Don't even scare Boopy. If that's possible.
Nothing scares
Did you know that his name's Boopy? His name is Frankie. We call him Boopy, but he's a booper.
Yes.
What's up with that?
Then when are you gonna keep practicing so you can get 2 sides of the Rubik's Cube? Awesome.
I was practicing for a little in the car, like 10 minutes.
I remember.
It's even...
Did you watch YouTubes to figure it out, to help you?
I don't want to.
He doesn't want to.
He's a purist.
A waste of time, but not really.
How is that a waste of time?
I don't know. I want to teach Dad how to do it. Why? I don't know.
Can he do one side?
Yeah. You can do probably 5 sides if you try for a few years. The only time I got 2 sides, I lost that Rubik's Cube. That was like 4 years ago. I got another one though. I need to go bathroom.
Go.
But y'all are recording.
You can go. You can go on ours if you want.
I'll cut it out.
Okay.
And then shower.
No. Don't have to take a shower tonight.
Eat your pizza. Yes.
Oh. This was good.
What?
6 hours ago.
Was it good with the feather on it? I feel so sick.
Oh.
This is the worst food I've ever had.
Love her.
My expectations were low, but I thought I'd enjoy this more than I did.